Hi there, Pat Fenner again from Breakthrough Homeschooling,
And Tracy Hagerman, the happy homeschooler.
and we're back in your inbox to tell you today we're going to share with you a pet peeve that we have of homeschooling. And I have to tell you, there were some things that bothered me about like what homeschooling did to me, or made what rough edges I had to smooth out. But one of the things I really couldn't stand about homeschooling was how sometimes people would use that as an excuse to be late.
Oh,
That, oh my gosh. When we first started homeschooling, we had people would ask in our homeschool group, is that like 10 o'clock real time or 10 o'clock homeschool time? Because 10 o'clock homeschool time meant 11 o'clock. And okay, sorry. I know you have kids. I know you have stuff doing everything, but ladies, get your act together. Okay. I'm saying it. And that included me too. Don't forget, they say when you point your finger, you've got three pointed back at you. So it was me too. But the concept of homeschool time should not exist. And now I'm off my soapbox.
okay.
Tracy,
So I want to respond to your pet peeve.
okay, good.
I'm the on time person. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so, but not all of us are. And my best friend is never on time. So when we had a co-op or anything like that, and I was running it, I would always start right on the hour and I'd say, in respect to those who were able to make it on time, we're going to start on time. And then I would also say, for those of you who feel pressured, you know, the anxiety, the stress of getting here on time because your kids need you or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
just know we are starting out on time, but it's up to you when you get here. Don't stress. Don't drive like crazy to get here
Yeah.
because you feel like you're missing something. Do what you need to do, but just understand that we start on time. So that seemed to work.
Well, I'm always, I mean, I am one for grace. I mean, you know me, if and y'all have been listening to this, I'm not one for mama guilt, but I don't like what bothered me is when it became a crutch. It's
Yes.
like, oh, we don't need to rush,
Yes.
whenever we get there, we get there. Like that's what I'm talking about. You're absolutely right. And Tracy, I always appreciate the grace that you extend people. I love it. I love it. I love it.
But I'll be honest with you, if we were going to a museum or that and people were late, it was difficult because you have someone booked at the museum who's going to show
Right.
you around. So I guess I cheated a bit. And what I would do is I would tell people they had to be there at 9:30, even though we were actually going to be there at 10. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I
That
am
was
fessing up here.
That is a workaround. Yes, I have myself have employed that as well. So
Yeah.
what was one of your pet peeves for
Okay. And this is, it's so silly when I think of it now, but one of my pet peeves was the constant tsunami of papers and messes
Mhm.
everywhere. Um, and I think I could drive my kids nuts because I would go into their rooms and I'd be like, okay, this needs to be cleaned up. And not everybody works tidy. Like
Right.
my son would have like 12 projects or whatever. But and the what got worse is I think I was the only one in my family who felt that way, that liked order and tidiness. So it was a real pet peeve because I just felt I was always in a mess and I find it hard to concentrate when I don't have order. So I did come to a realization that the only way to make it pleasant for myself and for my family is that I had the living room was always order and then we were only allowed books in the room. But
Mhm.
yeah, I as moms, there's laundry and there's dishes and everything to start with, and then add all the homeschooling projects and science projects and that. So sometimes I just felt like I'm living in a tsunami. But I want to actually mention that when you're done homeschooling and your kids start leaving home, I feel so bad that I ever felt that way because I missed the tsunami and I never thought I would say that.
Girl, I'm telling you, I always wondered what it would be like to walk into a room because we homeschooled for so many years that I forgot what it would be like to clean a room and then walk into it even an hour later and see it clean. And I thought someday I wonder if I'm ever going to experience that. And I do now. Ooh, it's overrated. Okay,
Yeah,
it's overrated.
yeah,
I agree
yeah.
with you. So those are our pet peeves. We don't want to keep you. We know you're a busy homeschool mom. So tell us what yours are. Like, we want leave them in the comments because I would love to hear what different things, just get it off your chest and then you don't have to think about it a lot. All right. Well, that's us. We'll see you again soon. And thanks for listening.